Hi everyone, welcome to the second recording on mutual fund analysis of mid-cap mutual funds. Previously I have done an analysis on the small cap mutual funds. I have picked some 5 to 10 stocks on that. You can see the previous videos on it, and mostly I'll try to give a small cases that I have created in the small cases, so that might be useful for you in future. Okay, so let me go ahead with the presentation. Analysis of mid-cap mutual funds. I'm doing this analysis on 14/3/24. Just on 13th, while I was doing the analysis on the small cap mutual funds, there was a big drop in the small cap and mid-cap mutual funds. I think so it was the biggest drop in the previous 2 years. Okay, this is just a part of a big series that I'm going to do. Let us try to come up with some good stocks that we can pick out of all the mutual funds that we have done so far. Maybe at the end of the series, what I'll try to do is I'll try to analyze all the mid cap, small cap, large cap, ELSS, whatever mutual funds are there in the market. I'll try to analyze all the mutual funds. Says let us get the best sectors and what are the best stock picks in the mutual funds. Some people might say to me, why can't you just go to some website and just see the number of mutual funds there? But that is not practically possible, because I don't know what is the maximum amount of mutual funds, right? So what I will try to do in the analysis, I'll try to study each and every mutual fund house individually. What I will try to do in the coming lectures is, after completing all these mutual funds, so around 26 to 28 fund houses are there. I'll go through all the fund houses, I'll try to filter them, and I'll try to come up with some of the stock picks that they are doing also. So by doing that, we can get the best stocks out of it, right? You can see here the best mid-cap mutual funds here. Obviously, it goes to Quant mutual funds. I have already told you that Quant is one of the best mutual fund houses present there in the market, because in India right now there are around 28 to 30 mutual fund houses that are there. Out of these 30 fund houses, only Quant mutual fund house does the investing on base of computer-based investing. Okay, so it studies the pros and cons of the market and it try to invest in the stock. Humans are susceptible to positivity, negativity, but when you look at the computer-based backup, so this kind of mood swings can be eliminated. So, okay, I'm not a SEBI registered advisor or any kind of stuff. This is just the kind of analysis I'm doing for my stock picks, and hope this might be useful to you. That is the purpose of making this video. And before investing into any of the stocks, please do your due diligence before investing. Okay, so you can see here Quant has done the best, Motilal Oswal has done the second better, and Edelweiss has done a bit better. You can see here the Quant mid cap mutual fund. You can see the improvement of the Quant based mutual fund year on year. Okay, so it is 20.68 here and it's 23.47 here. But I think if it in a span of 10 years, definitely Quant mid cap will come into a better position, because the primary reason is the number of stock picks. I will make a separate video on the stock picks that they are doing. What I mean to say is, most of the fund houses basically are investing in 70 to 80 stocks, while Quant is basically investing 40 to 50 stocks only. So that makes the Quant a bit, that brings a big advantage to Quant mutual fund, because tomorrow other mutual funds cannot go to 120 or 150 stocks. That will become very expensive for the company. Okay, but when you go for the Quant based mutual fund, so now there are around 40 to 50 stocks in the company, but in future they can increase up to 50 to 70, but that doesn't affect their portfolio. Whereas the other mutual funds, they are already exhausted with the number of stock picks. Some companies, they even have 130 number of stock picks. Okay, so those companies cannot go from 130 to 150, which makes the portfolio very expensive, right? So that is the reason Quant has a better scope of improving their returns year on year. Okay, I hope you understood what I'm saying here. I'm not discussing about other mid-cap mutual funds here. I'm discussing only about the best 3 mutual funds present in the market. I will do a detailed analysis after completing the preliminary videos of this. Okay, so you can see here there are many. I think so there are close to 27 to 28 mutual funds available in the market right now. You can see the performances here. Okay, as I already told to you, the biggest takeaway from this video is never invest in regular mutual funds. What happens is, huge amount of commissions will be going to the agents or the Paytm or PhonePe kinds of mediums. Okay, so never invest in regular investments. And there is also some kind of adjustments you can do. You can transfer your regular mutual funds into a direct mutual fund, so that also will be a big benefit for you in the future. So you can see here around 28 to 29 mutual fund houses are there. Why I'm not specific about the number of fund houses is because I'm doing web scraping. There might be some kind of plus or minus one kind of an error that might be taking place. To eliminate that kind of error, I'm just saying 27 or 29 kind of fund houses will be there. But here I'm giving 28 fund houses. As I already mentioned to you, the best 3 mutual fund houses are Quant, Motilal Oswal and Edelweiss. These 3 are the best mutual fund houses in terms of returns for 5 to 10 years. Okay, but I definitely feel Quant has advantage at this point of time, because they have less amount of stock picks that are being done. Okay, and coming to the categories, the small cap, mid cap, large cap, and others are the 4 categories that are present. When I say others, others is also a combination of small, mid, and large cap. Okay, mid cap also have 65% of stocks allocated to mid cap stocks, and the rest 35 are being distributed to large cap, small cap, and others. And this is the ratio that will be followed to the other stocks also. So you can see the top 10 stocks here. What I mean to say by this is there are 27 to 28 fund houses available in the market. Out of these 27 to 28 fund houses, 24 to 18 fund houses, you can see in these columns here, number of funds have invested in these in these stocks or in these companies. So Federal Bank, 24 companies have invested in Federal Bank, Coforge Limited, Persistent Systems Limited, Emphasis, Max Financial Services Limited, Schaeffler India, Voltas Limited, Phoenix Mills, Bharat Forge Limited, and JK Cement Limited. So these are the top 10 stocks where around 19 to 24 mutual fund houses has invested their money in, our money in. It's not their money, it's basically our money. So they have invested our money into these stocks. Next, let us see the 11 to 20 stocks that these companies or these fund houses have invested in. Balkrishna Industries, India Hotels Company Limited, JK Cements, Container Corporation of India Limited, Max Healthcare Institution, Dixon Technologies, Indian Bank, Bharat Electronics Limited, Apollo, APL Apollo Tube, Power Finance Corporation Limited, Trent Limited. Okay, so these are around 16 to 18 amount of fund houses have invested in these stocks. So there should be some kind of value in these companies, because 18 fund houses cannot pick these stocks randomly. There will be definitely some kind of brainstorm that is being done before investing into these fund houses. Next, let us see what are the sectors, what are the top sectors they have invested in. So the highest sector is basically auto component and equipments and computers and software consulting. Even in the previous video, if you observe for the small cap mutual funds, so these are the highest categories where they have invested: auto components and computer software and consulting. Household appliances, around 21 companies, Voltas is the highest. And life insurance, Max Financial Service. I think so previously this observation was not done in, I think, in small cap. Okay, in small cap mutual funds, they did not go for this life insurances. Correct me if I'm wrong, but watch the previous video, you'll get a clarity on it. Okay, and in private sector banks, Federal Bank, they have invested. 25 is not a small number. Definitely, if you are investing some kind of money, I will definitely put my money in Federal Bank, because 25 mutual fund houses have invested in the Federal Bank, and I can definitely say in the coming future, when I do analysis on the other large cap and tax saver funds, definitely some huge amounts would also be invested in this Federal Bank Limited. Next, let us see top 8 sectors where more than 18 fund houses have invested in. So in the previous case, you have seen the top 5, and next let us see the other cases where at least 18 to 19 fund houses have invested their money into the companies. So the sectors are basically casting and forging, cement and cement products, JK Cements, compression pumps and diesel engines, in hospitals, Max Healthcare Institution, hotels and resorts, Indian Hotel Company Limited, logistics solution provider, Container Corporation of India. I think so this is a good pick. Container Corporation of India will definitely be a good stock pick for the coming future, because we import a lot for this. We need a lot of containers to be made. And residential commercial projects, Phoenix Mills Limited, and next is tires and rubber products, Balkrishna Industries Limited. I have never went through this Balkrishna Industries Limited, but please share your feedback if anybody has invested their valuable money into Balkrishna Industries Limited. Now let us see what are the fund houses that they have invested into these companies. So you can see in Schaeffler India Limited, which is basically an auto component and equipments based industry. One important observation that I have made is, if you observe all of these companies, I don't see Quant has any investment into these companies. I really don't know why. It surprises me, because the Quant way of approach is very different. You can see, and previously also in the same small cap video, I have made the same observation. Wherever the companies are investing, most of the mutual fund houses are investing, the Quant is not investing in those. But you can see here, JM, SBI Magnum, Baroda, Taurus, Canara Robeco, Kotak Emerging, ITA, Bandhan, PGIM, HDFC, ICICI. A lot of stocks have been invested into this. And Bharat Forge Limited, casting and forging, JM, doing a lot of investment into this. UTI, and I think so HDFC is also there. I think so HDFC is also there. Anyway, you can just pause the video and you can just see the funds that have been invested into these companies. And next, let us see top 15 to 20 fund houses where they have invested. Next comes is Bharat Electronics Limited. Okay, Bharat Electronics Limited. Next is Bharat Forge Limited is there in the previous slide. I don't know why it came to the current slide also. Anyway, sorry for that. And JK Cement Limited. If you see here, I also don't see quant into this investments. I was very choosy about quant. I really don't know why. Maybe I'm inclined towards the technology that they are using it. So you can see the Phoenix Mills Limited, India Bank, Container Corp, India Hotels. Next, let us see the most picked categories. So mostly the investments will be done in pharmaceuticals and computers and consulting limited. Okay, so you can see here huge investments are being done into pharmaceutical. Next is auto components and equipments. Next is computers and NBFCs also nowadays a lot of investments are being done. Okay, and heavy electronic equipment it's 58. I think so there's a good amount of difference in between the previous small cap. You can see the comparison here. The previous case, onto the left is basically your mid cap, onto the right is basically the small cap. And definitely you can see a huge amount of investments are being done into pharmaceuticals and auto components and equipments. 154 and 126. Civil construction is being very high in small cap, but civil I think so it is very less in mid cap. Okay, iron and steel products, you can see a lot of difference when you compare the analysis of different of the small cap and the mid cap here. And definitely I'll be doing a large cap, you'll also get a better picture on that. So you can see here computers and software consulting 75 mutual fund houses have invested in 69. It is private sector bank 66 and private sector bank it is 75. So a bit high on the higher side investments are being done into the. So when you compare the small cap and the mid cap side by side, there's a lot of difference in the portfolio, but major chunk of the investments are definitely going into pharmaceuticals and auto component and equipments. Okay, and computers and software consulting, these are the highest sectors here. Okay, so now let us continue with the mid cap analysis. So now let us look at the stocks here. Now let us look at the large cap stocks in the mid cap mutual fund. So now let us look into the large cap for the mid cap mutual funds. Container Corporation of India 18, Lupin. When I compare the small cap and large cap, especially in the large cap category with respect to the mutual funds of mid cap, a higher amount of investments are being done into the large cap with respect to the large cap in the small cap category. Okay, in the previous case if I see only around 4 to 2 companies have only 4 mutual fund houses have invested in large cap, but here you can see a bit of higher concentration onto the large caps with compared to the large caps in the small cap mutual fund category. Okay, I don't want to confuse it, I'll just keep them aside for this video. Let us discuss only about the mid cap mutual fund. Okay, now we can see the stocks clearly. Container Corporation of India, Lupin, Hindustan Petroleum, HDFC Asset Management Co Limited. So these are the top 4 to 5 stocks where higher amount of investments are done by the fund houses. And next let us see the stocks in mid cap. So let us see the stocks in mid cap. Definitely a higher weightage should be given to the mid cap category because it's a mid cap mutual fund. So you can see here Federal Bank is the highest, Emphasis Limited has the second most, and Maximum Financial Corporation 22, Voltas Limited 20, Bharat Forge 19. So these are the top 10 stocks with higher amount of investments by the fund houses. And next let us look at the small cap. So Coforge Limited. So now we can see the comparison of the small cap mutual funds by the mid cap. Okay, now these are the top 10 to 15 picking of stocks with respect to the small cap category in the mid cap mutual funds. So Coforge has 24 stocks, Persistent Systems 22, Phoenix Mills 19, JK Cements 18, Khajaria Ceramics, Minda Industries, CG Power and Industry, Naveen Foreign International, Timken India Limited. So in the previous video also in the small cap mutual funds, Timken India was there in the investments category. I think it's also a better company to look into. So next let us look at the others category. Schaeffler India Limited, Max Healthcare Institutions Limited, and Dixon Technologies Limited, Apollo Tubes Limited, Jubilant Foodworks, Cholamandalam Investments. I think so a good amount of investments are being done into Cholamandalam also, because in previously in the small cap mutual fund also I have seen Cholamandalam. Zomato has previously picked up a lot. I think so Zomato also good amount of investment is being done. So these are the top picks of the stocks from the small cap, large cap, mid cap and others from the mid cap mutual fund category. I hope you loved this video, and I hope this video is helpful to you. And let me come back with another video of large cap mutual fund house. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.